Temperature and humidity, these are very important things in your growing. Any verifications of this going one direction or the other can make a big difference. We're going to talk about what we found to be the ideal situation for them. So let's talk about it. All right. So for temperature, you're going to want your temperature ideally between 72 and 74 degrees. This is what we talk about all the time when we talk about our 10-day grows, our 17 grows. All our grows are based on these numbers. So if you want to follow our grows, you need to be in these. So 72 to 74 are 22 to 24 degrees Celsius, depending on where you're at. If you go a little lower, it's going to be slower growth. If you go a little higher, they could be faster growth. But if you go a little higher, you're going to probably deal with some mold issues potentially, some other things you're going to bring in. I do not recommend going higher than 74 degrees if you want to stay away from any issues. So 72 to 74 is the ideal range. So humidity, the second part of this is very important. At these 72 to 74, you're going to want to keep your humidity between 40 and 50 degrees. 40 and 50%, not degrees, 40 to 50% on that. Them correlates with each other very well in that, and if you keep them there, these two numbers will correlate and have a happy growing environment. All right, so what happens if you go too high? So too high, you can get wilting, dehydration, so you're going to have to water more often. You're going to have to water 2 or 3 times a day, potentially. You don't want to do that. That's not a good business model to be doing that. You want to get to one time of watering is all you want to do. Like I talked about with the higher temperature, you're going to deal with mold and disease. So you got that higher temperature, you're going to deal with that mold and disease potential coming in. You want to stay away from that also. Another thing for too high on humidity, you're going to have a wet harvest. So if you get above that 50% humidity, you might be able to stretch the disc above it, but try to keep it under that 50%. If you do go over, you're going to deal with wet harvest. So that's when you're getting a lot of your wet harvest situations going on. When people, I rub my hand against the top of it, it's probably your humidity is too high in that environment. So you want to stay away from that. And obviously mold and disease, this is a continuous thing we'll talk about here. Mold and disease and fungus gnats will come in. So that's when you start getting them little gnats. They love that wet, high humidity temperature. So if you got that temperature high, you got that humidity high, they love that. So that's when you're going to start having them problems. All right. You can also have different problems, but problems when you get too low. So too low, you're going to have slower growth. We experienced when we moved to the warehouse and it got a little colder in the warehouse. When it first got cold, it went down to like 68 degrees from 72. And we got a lot lower yields because we still had to harvest in 10 days because that's when our crops were done. So we still had to harvest in that 10 days, but the crops were not as big and everything else. We had to deal with that. We sold less product that week because we couldn't provide all the products we needed. So that's a problem. So we found a solution and got some more heat in here, everything else, and it's taken care of. Now we're 72 to 74 degrees again. So that 4-degree difference made a huge difference in our growth. Condensation is also an issue if you get too low. You don't want to do that. And then, like I just said, lower germination when that temperature's too low. You can let it grow longer, go 12, 14 days. But you don't want to be in that business model. If you do have an area that's 68 degrees or something like that and you can't get any higher, you're just going to have to plan out that you're going to have 14-day grows probably. So that takes up more shelf space and everything else, and we're all limited on space. So you want to make sure that you have that good yield in just one tray versus having to grow 2 trays because you're having to grow them for 2 weeks. So you don't want to double that up. So you want to stay away from that. Too low on humidity. You can get wilting or falling. If you're too low on that humidity is important to stay above 40. Seeds stick. We noticed that the seeds were sticking during germination when they came out a lot more. Stuck a lot more to the plants, everything. So you want to stay away from that. You're going to have to increase your watering if your humidity is too low. So you're going to have to water twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, depending on how low your humidity is. So in an area that you can't have humidity, you may have to get in a humidifier into your area to get that humidity up. We had to do that our first year through winter. We had to get a humidity in there. You had to bring in more humidity. So keep that in mind. So because you don't want to be watering 2 or 3 times a day. And then, of course, you're going to have lower germination, which we don't want. You know, if you get 70% germination versus 95% germination, lower yields are coming with that as well. So what can you do to help prevent these and know where you're at? So some tools that you can have is you can have a GoV thermometer. So I'll show you that here in a second. GoV thermometer is what you use. A hydro thermometer. You can use that. Hygrometer, if I can say that correctly, hygrometer. But this is what we use. We use this GoV thermometer, and it does very well for us. It's got the humidity on it, the temperature on it. You can see 74 degrees, This went up to 75 probably because I'm holding it, and 50% in humidity. So that's basically where you want to keep it at. You can use these tools. They can be on your phone. You can link them to your phone, and you can know exactly what the temperature is, even if you're not in that space. So keep that in mind. Get something that you can monitor it away from your facility, so you know what's going on if you're not in that facility. A Govee dehumidifier, you can get them as well, that you can have on your phone, or you can get a smart plug that connects to that dehumidifier, so you know if it goes off or whatever else. And that should be for all your equipment. Just pro tip there: always have something connected that you can watch this stuff from a distance and not have to be in wherever you grow, especially if your grow space is away from being in your home. You definitely want that. And then the portable heat AC combo, which is what we use. We used when we were in the house, when we were in the house and in the garage. We used both of that systems for that. We had them both hooked up. We had one in each space. They work great because they'll kick on whatever they need. If they need to go to heat, they'll kick on. If they need to go to cold, they'll kick on, and they'll keep your temperature right where you want it at. We got one in here now. We put it in here because we were having them issues during winter. So this is how you control it. Again, you want to stay at 72 to 74 and 40 to 50% on humidity. See you in the next one.